National Hot Dog Day, National Sunglasses Day, National Witch Hazel Day. Why is that a thing? Where did this whole thing come from? Who picks these days? Explain it to me.
Take it easy. I've got all the answers. Welcome to By the Way Today Is. Hey, Kate, where are you headed?
Oh, I'm giving the dog a piggyback ride to the museum.
Giving the dog a piggyback ride to the museum.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the only logical question after that is what kind of museum?
Obviously an art museum. He loves art. Do you even know our dog?
Forgot our dog's a big art museum fan. And that's perfect because today is November 9th, which is National Go to an Art Museum Day.
What?
Celebrating the day
No wonder
perfectly.
he wants to go.
You can go by yourself. You can take a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But the main goal of today is to go to an art museum.
I am.
Perfect. You don't even need to listen to our episode today, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Oh, all right.
So there's lots of different types of museums. Today's all about art, though. We're not talking about all the other nonsense museums. Art and art only today.
Nonsense.
We only care about art museums.
You have a lot against all those other museums. They're nonsense.
Today's a
Are you
no-nonsense.
taking the dog to one of those? Because they're nonsense.
Today's a no-nonsense museum day. Only art.
Yeah, he only goes to the art ones, so.
So some of the well-known art museums around the world. Can you name any?
I feel like I've been to quite a few, but I cannot name any of them. Didn't we go to one in New York?
Been to a few. Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Oh, yeah.
We've been there.
Mm-hmm.
Another popular one around the world is the Louvre in Paris.
Been there, too.
The National Gallery in London.
Oh, yes, there as well.
And the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we've been to all of those. I'm just giving four of probably the most popular ones.
Yeah, I want to go to the Van Gogh one.
You would. I think you'd like that one. And our by the way fact today is about the Louvre because that's the largest museum in the world. Period. Largest art museum, largest museum.
Period.
None are larger. How many pieces of art do you think are in the Louvre?
Oh God, here I go guessing again. It has 1 million pieces.
Wrong.
2 million.
No.
Am I at an auction? 3 million.
Go way lower to 35,000.
Oh, well, that's lame.
Do you know how long it would take you to look at 35,000 pieces of art?
Good day.
And
the dog goes fast.
True, he does like to run. But among those 35,000 pieces in the Louvre are two of the most famous arts and art
Mona
pieces
Lisa?
in the world: the Mona Lisa and the Venus de Milo.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that one.
But the Mona Lisa is there.
Do I even know what the Venus de Milo looks like?
The statue. You might know
Arms
it from.
missing?
You might know it from The Simpsons, where
Oh,
you
yes,
have the Gummy
the
de Milo.
gummy. Yes. Okay.
So the first art museum opened in 1661 in the city of Basel in Switzerland. They've been around a long, long time. Prior to this, art was generally commissioned to be housed privately. It was basically just for rich people to look at, wealthy, privileged. They kept it to themselves, didn't share it with people. Sometimes these people, when they would have all this art in their house, they would go, they're wealthy, they'd go away on holidays and vacations for a while, but their housekeepers would stay there, keep the house going while they were gone. They'd go away for weeks, months at a time, whatever it was.
And they'd steal them, and they started their museum, the Housekeeper Museum.
No, but they did make money because if people heard that there was this art, this amazing art that they wanted to see, and they knew it was in the house, they would tip the housekeeper when these people were gone, and the housekeeper would basically give them a tour of the art in the house.
That's kind of genius.
So they made
not as genius as my Housekeeper Museum.
So the housekeepers had a little bit of a side hustle going on way back in the 1660s, 1700s. They'd show art for a tip. And that was kind of the whole format for where museums came from. And they started to become more public and open to people in the late 1600s. So it didn't take very long from the time that first art museum opened, and it just took off after that. People realized that art generally pretty amazing to look at. Not everyone can do it, and it's for people to see.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be kept private. So that's when art museums started becoming popular. And there's also, at an art museum, one of the most iconic scenes in a movie. Can you remember what that one is?
No.
If we're going to have fun with art museums.
Oh,
Did you ever see
What?
Come on.
Is it Night at the Museum?
Well, no, that's a movie at a museum. I'm saying I wouldn't say Night at the Museum is has any of the most iconic scenes in movies
No,
ever.
that's why I'm so confused, though. That's a very broad question.
What about Rocky?
I don't know.
When he was running up the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna shock you, but I've never seen Rocky.
You've seen the scene.
I mean, I guess, but I don't.
He's
really
running
pay
up the
attention.
stairs at the Philadelphia Museum of Art.
Is that where it was?
It was.
I did not know that.
And so those are the steps he ran up. So that's probably one of the more iconic scenes with an art museum in a movie.
I mean,
in period,
on the
in general.
outside. He's not on the inside of the museum. I would not say that is iconic.
But if you went and
okay.
saw those steps, you'd be like, oh, those are those steps.
Yes.
So if you want to go to an art museum today just to see some iconic steps, go to the Philadelphia Museum of Art.
The steps themselves
and apparently
are now
that's
art.
what we're going to do. We're going to watch Rocky and then fly to Philadelphia and see the steps.
No, thank you.
But not go in.
No, that's all right.
No. And if you can't make it to an art museum today, for whatever reason, you can't leave your house.
Draw your own art.
Draw your own art. You can make your own art museum in your house. That's actually a genius idea. Not what I was going to say, but it's actually an incredible idea.
Yeah.
Turn a room of your house into an art museum. Invite your friends, family over.
With all your own art. And hopefully you're a terrible artist and they'll come over and they'll be like, what is happening?
But it's still art.
It is still art because it's your art. And they can just look at it because you invited them to their house. Or to your house, and then you can have deviled eggs too.
That would be a great hors d'oeuvre in your own homemade art museum.
Homemade deviled eggs. They could be art themselves.
Some are.
They really are.
My idea, which is not as incredible as that one, is if you can't go to a real art museum, just take a virtual tour. If you go on their websites, you can do virtual tours. You can look around at the art. Not the same as seeing it in person, but...
Andrew, that is way worse than my idea.
I'm going to be the first to admit that. You had the best idea of the day. I can't wait to talk about that one on Good Idea Day. Which isn't tomorrow, but come back tomorrow and find out what day it is, and we'll be able to celebrate together. Talk to you later.
Bye. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review our show. You can download new episodes daily to hear what day we are all celebrating and how we can celebrate it. And be sure to share your favorite episode with your favorite person so you guys can celebrate together.